Okay, part 2 of this beautiful little snow scene we have for you here. So in part 1 we did this lovely sky with those trees, aren't they gorgeous? Nice and simple, just dabbing, dab, 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 very, very simple. We put in this little walkway and we done these little, it's like a wall with some archways built into the wall, if you understand what I mean. Now I'm going to just maybe cool those down a bit. I want to add a touch of blue into that. So I'm going to just take a flat brush. So I'm really going into it now, right straight into the tutorial, okay? And I hope you enjoyed part 1. I really enjoyed part 1. It was very interesting to see this develop on our canvases, wasn't it? Now I'm just going to make this a bit more blue because I'm not happy with this colour. This kind of dark browny kind of a colour. I just want to add a touch more blue just to cool it down a little here and there. So I'm just pulling some blue, cobalt blue, with a touch of the crimson, and I'm pulling that down just here and there, just to cool it slightly, because as I said, it's very dark and I want a nice kind of cool snowy feel to the painting. So I go from there and then I shall just pull it down very gently. Now the painting is still wet, so I just went and I took a break between part 1 and 2 and I just went off and had a nice cup of tea, something to eat, give me some energy for this, and then back. Now I'm going to also cool down that mist because it's very kind of, it's a bit cool, it's a bit warm for me. So I'm going to take some cobalt blue, just a touch, with some white, and I'm going to go back over that again in a more kind of a bluey tone, okay? And it's just to cool it slightly, that's all, because I want these shadows to be kind of in the cool side of the shadow and I don't want it to be warm. So I'm just adding a touch of blue into those. So into this lovely mist down here that we have, and what I'll do then is I'll just soften all of that very gently together again and pull it up again, softening it up, and you could even pull it down a little as well. Now, how's that? I think that's probably a bit better. I like that technique. So there we are, some nice little mist. Trees on that side. So we have a big clump of trees now up on this side going right up almost into the sky, don't we? So let's get those in. And for that, now I'm just thinking here, what brush. Lots and lots of brushes. What brush to use, huh? I don't know. I don't know. I go for my green stubby brush. Look, I'll take a better one that's pretty much only just new. And let's get in now nice dark mix similar to this tree here. So I will dampen my brush very slightly, dry it on my tissue. Now I have a little bit of yellow on the brush from the sun, okay, see that colour look? So I want to get that off. So dip it right into the turpentine and then put it right into your tissue there. And really get down into the brush, get that paint off. There we go, see? And it's almost clean again, look. There we are, clean brush. And I'm going to take some white, I'll mix it here in the centre again, okay? And some cobalt blue. I'll take a good bit actually, good bit of cobalt blue. I'll take a touch of black. And I'll take some of the crimson. Now again, I want this really dark and bluey, so plenty of blue now into this. And look, it's very thick, see it? It's really, really thick. And let's come over here and put these trees in. So it's pretty much all trees all the way down in here, isn't it? and I need to go a lot darker than that. Let's take more blue, more red, and let's go with burnt umber, and let's see what that gives us. There. And I will go darker again. So I'm going along the edge of my bridge. This is the footbridge, just along here. So I'm leaving that white. And we have a lovely ditch then along the top of this here, don't we? So I'm going to go into my burnt umber and back into that dark colour. I'm just going to suggest a little bit of a ditch right along there, okay? Pull that colour down then. There we go, nice dark colours. Now I'm going to go much darker than this, but I just want to show the field off in the distance over there, you see. There's a little field over there. And it's at the opposite side of this bridge. So when you walk down this walkway and go around to the right, you can actually go into this field over there. So let's take some brown, and some blue, and some red. And I'm going to darken these right down a little bit here now. Get these nice and dark. Now it's mixing with the colour underneath, which is fine. We just need to add much thicker paint, that's all. So black and blue, and a touch of red. There now, see? And of course it's going to be misty across here as well. So let's just keep dabbing this right down, get it nice and dark. And I even want to go a bit darker than this, okay? It's still not dark enough for me. Not dark enough at all. We could actually add a touch of red. Let's take a touch of cadmium red and put that in there. Just warm it slightly, and let's take some burnt umber. And just dabbing it around here and there. Okay. Now I'm giving this a quick clean, and I'm going to put out some more blue on my palette. And I'm going to take some thick blue now, nothing else, no thinners, just thick blue and thick black. And I'm going to go right down here with that colour, look. So don't be shy, go right into plenty of paint with this. Now there's going to be snow going on these, so that's why I'm allowing for that. So I'm putting plenty of blue into this, and when the white snow goes on top, it'll mix then. It'll mix nicely then with that. So yeah, let's try that now, shall we? Let's try a bit of snow. And for the snow, I'm thinking, you could try a fan brush, but I think I might try this brush, and I will try the brush I used for these trees, yes? So just give it a quick clean. Clean out the tissue, and let's pick up a nice, now let's make a nice snowy colour for these ones. Some blue and some white, and a touch of the crimson. And I'm going to make a medium shade here now. It's not going to be white, it's going to be kind of a light blue, just to begin with. Let's try this. Now, again, clean the brush on a bit of tissue, and let's try that again. Let's try it here. Soften that down into the colours behind. And I'm using plenty of thick paint now on its own. And this is when oils really come into their own, because being able to soften the colours while it's still wet is a huge bonus. If this was acrylics, it would be quite tricky, because it would be drying already. But as we're using oils, We don't have to worry about that at all, do we? Now I made this one just a little bit redder here, a couple of reddy ones, slightly pinker. And perhaps for a change, let's try this brush. Let's get some pink, let's take some white, let's take a touch of Naples yellow in there, and lots of white. Look, loads and loads of white. Let's try that. Let's see what kind of effect we get from this brush. Ah, well, this you see. I didn't know that was going to happen, did you? That looks nice. Little hint of the sunlight catching just the tips of these, just here and there. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? I like that. So you see how we just try something and see what happens. Just with the corner of the brush. Nice simple trees. I'm not going to put in very detailed trees in this because the focus really is on the bridge. Okay, that's where I want to focus everything. Now I need to put more white on my palette and we create a lovely mist at the bottom of these trees. And in fact we could put one or two little tree trunks in here first. Let's do that. Let's just get some of that bright colour. And let's just imagine. Now I'm not using that reference photo pretty much anymore, only for the drawing of the bridge, but I'm just adding stuff in here as I see fit, really. Just making it my own, isn't that right? Couple of little suggestion of some branches and all sorts kind of sticking around. And let's stand back and have a look. Are we happy enough with that? Yeah, I'd be happy enough with that. Let's get some mist. Okay, again, lovely mist. Some white and some blue. Come down here and put some mist in. Clean my brush again. Clean the brush after each time you go on the canvas, just to keep the colours nice and bright. Let's take some more white and let's go right up into those trees. Look. Then clean the brush again. Let's pick up some more white. Let's pick up a little touch of pink this time. And let's add a touch of blue in there. So why not? It's our paintings, we can do what we like, isn't that right? And don't be afraid to change things in the painting, okay? It's your artwork, you do as you please. You don't have to follow any rules. There's no rules in painting. You do it whichever way you like. Now, try and soften this as much as I can in here. There we go. There, that's nice now, nice and soft. And again, I'll sit back and I'll have a little look at that, see how we're doing. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm liking that. Let's have a go at some of these big trees up here, yes? Okay, let's try it with this big brush that we just used. And again, I'm going to go very dark with this. So first of all, let's try some tree trunks. I see some nice tree trunks in there, so I'm going to put those in. So a medium round brush, let's say a number 1, I'm not sure, I think it's a number 2 or number 3 round. Let's take some blue, and let's take some crimson, and some burnt umber. So it is quite dark now, this. Quite dark. And let's put in some tree trunks along here. So we have a couple, don't we? Let's put a couple in here like that. And you see, don't even think about it, don't worry that you're going to make a mistake, just do it, go for it. Look, let's just go for it. Couple of nice tree trunks. And we'll have another one here. Make it your own. Put a couple of nice branches coming off of these. Now, so nice burnt umber, a bit of black, let's say. Try a bit of black and some blue. Come on, what the heck, let's go for it. And painting trees is basically just start off thick at the bottom, and it gets thinner and thinner as it goes up higher and higher. That's all it is. And I suppose it's just practice really, isn't it? Practice anything else. There. Now, let's put in some nice darks on the shadow side of that. So get some blue and some red. And let's put in some nice shadows at the back of that. And then we're going to have some highlights. So I'm going to get my smaller brush, smaller pointy brush. I'm going to take a little bit of red, a little bit of that Naples yellow. And let me just take a touch of cadmium red because my crimson is gone. So I have a very warm colour now on this. And let's put that warm colour just here and there on those trees. And flick it down as it's blending in. Okay? And in fact, even some blue and some white would be handy to suggest a little snow here and there. See? Very loosely. Just have a bit of fun with this. You know, come on, look, it's only a painting. If I make a mess of it, what harm? I could start a new tutorial. Okay. That'll do for there. A nice big clump of tree foliage up here now. Big, huge, thick clump of foliage. I'm getting some more paint. I need some more cobalt blue. And I need some of that lovely, rich red colour. And I might introduce some of this colour into these trees as well. So now we'll have a nice balance. We'll have some there and some here. Along with some darks as well, obviously. So let's try that. Let's try and create a nice tree here now as a nice kind of a focal point, yes? Let's take our small brush or our stubby brush. Let's get some blue. Let's get lots of that red. And let's get some brown. Let's get some burnt umber in there as well. Okay, very quickly mixed. It's not very wet, but it's not very dry either. And I'm going to start around here, okay? Dab, 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 dab. Let's go again. Let's get some pink. get some burnt umber, put some of that along, just here and there. This is a lot of fun working like this. It's just quick and easy, and it gives you great results. Don't forget to leave some of that tree trunk showing as well. Now I'm going to start adding touches of blue into this as I go, okay? I'm just going to get very thick over here. Now what I'm going to do at this stage is just give my brush a quick wipe, and I'm going to go right into the blue and right into the pink. So now we're going for kind of a bluey plummy kind of a colour. And of course, because it's wet into wet, it's not going to stick very well to the paint that's already there. But let's keep at it, let's keep going, we will get there. Lots of blue and lots of red, look. So on the dark side, it's going to be really dark. And I put a little bit down here just to set that down. And I bring more red into this. Now, okay, let me just get really dark with some of these here. And then I'm going to put that away. I'm going to give my brush a good clean on some nice clean tissue. I'll dip into my turpentine and give this a really good clean. Look, let's get the bulk of this colour off. And with this, I am going to take some Naples yellow and a little touch of the red, and I already have some colour mixed up here, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to just start adding some light onto the left hand side of these up here, okay? Some white, some Naples yellow and a little red. And if you find this mixing with the paint that's there, just give it a wipe on your tissue and start again. And it does take a bit of practice, this. You can leave it dry first if you like. But I like kind of the wet and the wet feel that the oils give. It's just what I'm used to, really. Let's try a touch of pink, a touch of that yellow. Nice simple trees. And just underneath, let's sit those tree trunks down. Okay? Right, let's have a go at the bridge. Yes? I'm looking at that bridge there now, in front of me, and it's going to be very whitey Very bluey kind of a white bridge, isn't it? So let me throw out a little bit of titanium white on my palette. And I suppose I'll start with this footpath area. So I'm thinking colours now again. Colours. What colours can we use to complement everything else? Let's go first look with a blue and a white. Okay, let's start off with a blue and a white. Let's take some cobalt blue and some white. And now into that, let's try a touch of cadmium and a touch of burnt umber. Now I don't want to go in green because of the brown, so I'm going to put plenty of red into it. Let's try that now. Put that down here. And I might take a touch of black as well. And in fact I'll get some burnt umber on its own with a touch of the red. And I'll go along here and just use that to fill in. Let's just use this nice brown reddy colour to fill in the bridge, the footpath on the bridge. Okay, it's actually a wooden kind of a path. So trying to create that effect with snow on it, that's what I'm going to try and achieve today. More burnt umber, more red, a little touch of blue. And go all the way off to the distance there. And this is only an undercoat, that's all this is. I'm going to be putting, I will probably go over this again once or twice. So I'm just kind of getting it filled in, just to get a structure there to work off basically. And it's giving us a little perspective at the same time. Now I'm going to switch to a small flat brush, okay, and I'm going to take some just burnt umber and so on. I'm going to start suggesting some of the planks of wood with that. And I could even use a bit of black. So you can start to see an idea of these planks of wood now coming into the painting. Just pulling it across. Now, give that a clean. And I'm thinking, let me see now. Right, we have a very tall white structure off there in the distance. So let's get that in, I suppose, first. And I'm just going to use thick paint on its own because this is all very wet. Now, ideally, I should really kind of leave all this dry before putting in this white, but I think I'll try and paint without all of that, okay? So I'm just going right into my white now, and there's a little touch of pink in that as well. And I can add some shadows to this then. So we have, now will I zoom in here slightly for you? Let me zoom in slightly. Okay, you can see that there now, can't you? So we have a very tall white structure here on each side. So, straight down like that. Again, clean the brush quickly, go back into your lovely thick white paint. The same on the other side. Okay. And I'm just going to keep adding to these now, should I need to. And we have a curve on the top of that. There's a lovely curve. Every now and again, give your brush a tiny clean in some turpentine, just to keep the brush nice and fresh and clean. Now we have these posts to go right up, don't they? Right up there. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then they join across the top, and they join here, and then we have a little X in the middle. Okay, X marks the spot. And with my small pointy brush, you hear those dogs going crazy outside there? My small pointy brush, just at the tip, like that, and there's like a little ball or something up there. So that's that piece done, and we have some darks in between that, don't we? So I'm just going to suggest that with a couple of little dots, look. A few dabs of the brush, that's all I'm doing with a dark colour. Okay? Just like so. And I'm just going to widen this one just there. And we can put all sorts of highlights and shadows in this as well. Let's get a couple of quick ones in, should we? As we have our brushes and stuff out. A little blue and a little red, and let's put a couple. One there, one there. And my hands are very shaky today. And a couple on the back. And let's put one inside here. And come straight down with that. And we'll have one on the other side as well. Now, how's that? Okay, we're beginning to get some form into this. And again, we can lighten all of these at a later stage. So let me zoom back now very slightly for you. And then we have the rails. The rails come into place. Now I just want to sharpen up one or two. I just want to make this slightly thicker along here. There, that's better. Now, these rails, very important. I'm going to use a flat brush for those. Only because it would take a lot of work with this. So a nice flat brush, and in fact with the tip of the brush, look, with the hand of the brush we could mark where it's going. So it's going to start around there, and it's going to come right along, and it's going to come almost to the corner of the canvas there, okay? And it gets wider and wider as it comes down. So the same distance, so which is about here, I'm going to do the very same on the other side. Okay, like so. So now I have a very rough outline of where they're going, and I know where I can start. So I'm going to start with some paint. Let's take a touch of the red and a touch of a blue, Lots of thick paint on this. So I have a very light mauve on my brush right now, and let's go. Brush on the edge, pull it down, and lean harder and harder the further out you come, okay? And it gets thicker and thicker then. There, look at that. And let's do the same on the other side. Just plenty of thick paint, nothing else. Okay. Now, as it comes closer to us, I'm going to make it slightly darker, okay? Just to give it a bit of contrast. So I'm going to take some blue and a touch of red and perhaps a touch of white as well. And I'm going to make it slightly darker just on this side down here. I just want to give it a bit of contrast, that's all. But a nice contrast, if you know what I mean. I'll take some black and some blue as well, and I'll use some of that. Right, let me sit back again, have a look. And we are going well, aren't we? We are going very, very well with this. I'm going to take a round brush. Do you hear that dog barking up there? Driving me crazy. Driving me absolutely crazy. Now, what was I doing? Right, I'm going to clean my small brush, and I'm going to put a little piece just along side this. It's like a little flat piece of the bridge sticking down, and it's slightly brighter. Now there will be, I'll do a lot of knife work on this at the end, okay? We'll sharpen up a lot of these lines with a knife, because it's tricky working wet into wet, you see. So I'm going to get some of that dark colour, and I'm going to put some of that on here. Like so. Next we have lots of little uprights, okay? Now on the photograph it looks very busy, there's lots of X's everywhere, and it's almost completely covered. But I'm going to leave some of the gaps between them a bit more prominent, if you understand what I mean. So I'm just going to get some white, I'm going to get a little touch of the pink and a little touch of the blue, make a nice bright, warm, bright colour. And I'm going to go like this, okay? Put in the uprights just like this. And you know, I'm only trying to capture the feeling of the bridge. I don't want to be putting every single detail into this bridge, because that would probably take me days and days and days if I was to put in every little tiny little detail. That's not what I'm about. I like capturing the impression of something rather than going the whole 9 yards and putting in every last detail. I feel I might get quite bored after a while, does that make sense? If I was to put in every single detail. I could do it if I wanted to, but it just doesn't appeal to me, to be honest, working like that. Okay, so you can see as they go further and further off, they get closer and closer together, don't they? And the reason I'm leaving these so far apart as well is because I want to create some lovely shadows later and lovely bright snow on these, and it'll really kind of catch your eye. So let me mix up more of this now. A little touch of pink into that, and do the very same on this side. Clean the brush between each use, and let's put another one here. And I hope that you're getting some valuable information from my tutorials, and I'm glad you could join me and join me for the journey along, you know, and support me, and I'm really eternally grateful for the support that you've given me. I really, really am. It's nice to know that somebody appreciates what I'm doing, you know. So we have our basic uprights in there now, don't we? So the next thing I want to do is I want to hit those with some light with the small brush, some Naples yellow and some crimson. Now only a little crimson in this. I want to hit some of those with some crisp light, some real nice light, warm kind of sunlight colour. See? You can just see it there. And it's all part of the painting coming together. It doesn't look like much now, but it will, don't worry. And also I'm going to put a dark on some of those as well, so I'm going to mix a nice dark now for those. Some cobalt blue, some crimson, and I'm going to put a nice rich dark shadowy colour on the backs of some of them. See? And it's just giving it that three-dimensional look. And let me get some nice dark ones for the front here. And at the very bottom down here I'm going to make it nice and dark with just some black. So yeah, I hope these paintings really sell now at this charity. I mean, look, it's all going to a good cause. It's for Cambodia, where they go over, they build little huts, and they also have an orphanage over there. And this all supports the orphanage for the costs of running the orphanage and giving kids a new home, that type of thing. So, I mean, it's a privilege really to be kind of involved in something like that, I think. And it's nice to know that you're doing something to help other people. You know, I get great satisfaction from it. And you know, look, you make some money at the same time. So look, we're not giving them away for free. We get a small percentage of the sale, and it does help. It pays for materials at least. So I don't mind really. It's a fantastic opportunity. So yeah. So just Google Anita's orphanage and something should pop up to give you a little idea of what the charity is all about, you know. And they do a lot of very, very hard work. Every year they set this up, and I tell you something, there's a lot of work involved in hanging all these paintings. There could be 200 or 300 paintings hanging in there, and they have to get them all hanging in 2 days. So this year I'm going to help with the hanging. I did last year as well, but this year I'm going to go up as well, and they're going to give them a little helping hand to hang all these paintings. And obviously I put my work somewhere nice, where there's a nice light or something shining, you know. So why not? I pick a nice spot for the paintings, isn't that right? Give them the best chance of selling. Okay, just tipping away here now with this. You get a little touch of blue. I'm going to do the pieces in between. So it's basically just lots of crisscrosses. I'll show you, look. It's a series of just crisscross metal bracing. So it comes down like that. It comes down like this. Then it goes the opposite way, you see. Like this. And that's all the bridges. It's just lots of crisscrossy shapes like this. So I'll do this now in between each one. And I'm not paying attention to details again, as I keep saying, I'm just keeping it simple. Let me put one here, I suppose. So yeah, it's a nice artwork, I think. It's coming along nicely. I'll put a couple there. And it's a very, very old shaky bridge. Hence the name, the shaky bridge. They are kind of working on it now at the moment. Replacing all the rusty bits, but if you're ever visiting Cork, you have to visit the shaky bridge, and just ask anybody in Cork City and they will tell you exactly how to get to the shaky bridge. It's really worth a trip along, and there's a lovely big huge park there with fountains and all that kind of stuff. So definitely visit this place when you come to Cork, and then we'll meet up with you and we'll have a cup of tea, a nice cup of tea or coffee somewhere. How does that sound? And we can talk about painting. Isn't that right? Now, let's keep going. See, I'm making it very simple. I'm not overcomplicating this. I'm keeping it nice and easy. Just like I do all my paintings. And you can cut into these uprights as well, because don't worry, we can fix those again later. Alright? And it's nice that the white is kind of mixing with the colour underneath, the wet colour, so it's pulling different colours through as it goes, you see. And it almost creates its own hues as well. There we go, let's put one here. And last but not least, we have one just there. And we put a cross through that. Now then, we have a couple of little dots in the centre of those. Let's just take a little dab of white with the tip of our brush, and it's like little, you know, the heads off little bolts, that type of thing. Little steel knobs, just here and there. I'm just going to suggest a couple of those. Look, I won't do each and every single one. I'll just do a handful. So it's coming together now, isn't it? And then I'll put a tiny, tiny, tiny shadow at the back of some of these crisscrossy pieces, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sharpen up some of the shadows which I already made on the uprights, because we kind of went into those slightly, didn't we? So I'm just going to sharpen up some of these uprights here, you see? Just here and there. And then with the same colour, some of these crisscrosses will have a little shadow here and there. So just it's no harm just to suggest one or two. Not each and every single one, you see, just one or two here and there. And over here. Because you see, it's a really, really old bridge, so it's not going to be absolutely pristine and in perfect condition. Do you understand? There's bits of bars kind of sticking out, and there's bits of bars that are actually bent, that have been bent over the years. So it's not perfect, and there's bits of rust all over the place. So I'm not aiming to make all of this absolutely pristine. A couple of little wiggles on the bars here and there, there's no harm at all. Absolutely fine. So look, we have the basic structure finished on our bridge, don't we? Next, I think, now we have these uprights here as well, and we have big ropes, don't we? I think we'll do the ropes next, actually. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to use brown for those, some burnt umber, and a little black, and a good bit of turpentine in this now, so it flows well. So they start off up here and they kind of swoop right up, don't they? Out of the painting. Now, on the photograph they're very high up. I'm not going to go that high. I'm going to go here, I'm going to swoop down, and carefully I'm going to go right up and out of the painting like that. And that's always a worry, isn't it, that you're going to ruin your sky. But you know, you just have to go for it. I think the best thing is to just not even think about it and just do it. We have another one next to that. And as it comes down, it gets narrower and narrower. I'll switch to my smaller brush there now, just for this. Okay, how is that looking? Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy enough with that. I don't care. It's pretty good. And we have a little piece that comes across and joins the two. There and there, look. And now we move on to the other side. Oh, so that's a relief now. You can breathe and relax. One side done. Now we have to try and match up this side. So we start here, and we're going to go up to around here. So I'm going to add a touch more black into this. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous now because I don't want to spoil this entire painting. Right, so we're going up to around here. Okay, and now we're going to change the direction and bring it right up out of the painting. That's not bad. That's alright, I think we'll just manage to get away with that, will we? Just about. Right. Now I will sharpen some of that with the knife, okay? Let's try the knife. And this is very, very handy enough for this. Let's just take some really dark colour there. And let's go up and sharpen. Look. See? We sharpen that away now with the knife. And let's do the same with the other side. And then I am going to put a hint of light on these. So I'm going to take some of the bright colour and get a tiny little roll of paint on the edge of my knife, and I'm going to put some highlight on that. Just like so. Just following that line all the way down where they meet. Do the same on this, just a hint. And it's only really just to suggest a little bit of snow kind of settling on these. Right, whew, how are we looking? Not that bad. Okay, I'm going to do the uprights next. Let's get busy with uprights. So a nice white again, and there's an upright coming right down here. Let's just start in the centre and put it straight down, and it kind of almost goes through and it goes right down, but it's hidden behind this upright here, so it doesn't matter. You can stop it there. Then we have another one here, and a good tip to get a straight line is to lean right down hard on your brush, all the way down, you see, and it does help steady the brush. Alright, just like this. And we'll bring this one down past on the other side of the bridge, like so. And let's go again. We do another one up here. Like that. We'll touch up all the bits later, don't worry. And we'll come back over here to the other side. We do the same here, so let's go in the middle. And go right through all of these. And I'll use the knife on these as well now, don't worry. Just to kind of sharpen them up slightly, you know what I mean? Another one here. So let's just go along now and just sharpen up some of these where we crisscross over them. Okay, see what I mean? Just go across some of them. That. Again, I'll get my knife and I'm going to take a warm colour this time. There's a hint of Naples yellow in this, and I'm just going to put some of that here and there. Just to brighten them slightly. So this is turning out quite nice, I think. You know, do let me know what you think. But I'm kind of relatively happy now with this painting so far. I'm going to, with my knife, lighten a little bit of this here. And also, we have the little clips of these where they clip onto the little ropes. Just a little suggestion. Okay. And let me just sit back now very quickly and have a fast look at this, because I want to. It's much easier to see when you're further back. I'm thinking now about snow on the walkway here. I'm thinking about snow. I'm going to try a little crimson with some Naples yellow and some white. And I'm just going to try and pull some snow across here. I'm just kind of suggesting a little snow on the timber, if you know what I'm saying. And again, down here we'll add a little blue. So just carrying on, putting some nice colour. You could use a knife for this as well if you liked, and I still could. You could use a knife in a minute, but just to sharpen up some of the edges, if you know what I mean. Now I'm going to make it more bluer down at the front, a lot more bluer. So some blue and some red, and a little bit of white. And let's put some nice, look, some nice real bluey colour down here. That's a lovely cool colour now, isn't it? Now, we'll try our knife as well. So let me get some fresh white out here. And we'll take our knife. And let me just take some white, a little bit of that nice warm sunlight colour, and let's follow the angle of this now and pull straight across, okay? And let me just pull this out a second. There. Well, that didn't look too bad now, did it? Now, the next part and the most important part for me is the shadows here, okay? We have lovely rich shadows coming off of this, and I really want to bring this to life. So I'm going to put very strong shadows now, wherever these uprights are. I'm going to pull very strong shadows across on that, okay? So look, let's take plenty of blue, plenty of red, and I might take a touch of black as well, look. Okay, just a touch. And now, nice dark colour, really dark shadowy colour. And I go at a side angle, so let's say this number 2 here, let's go across here and pull it down at a side angle. like that. And let's go up to number 1 up here, and do the same there. Okay. And let's go down to this one here. And I'm keeping them all the same angle again. This one, and it'll get thicker and thicker as it comes closer to you. And I suppose we better put one up there. And just at the very top. Let's put one across here. So there, how is that looking now? We have some nice shadows, and you can, if you like, soften those in, following the same direction again. You can soften them in very gently. And what I'm going to do then is put in some suggestion of the cracks between the wooden planks there. Just a few suggestions. So let's take some black and a little brown, and here and there I'm just going to suggest some little cracks on the planks of wood. It's just wood, you see. So let's try and imitate some of those. Okay, just here and there, you see, just a few. And then with some really dark colour, I'm going to go down the back of these. Like so. And now let me just stand back again, have a quick little sneak peek and see how we're doing with this. I'm going to go and lighten some of the handrail as well. So let me take some Naples yellow again, some of the crimson, give that a quick mix, and take some white. And I'm just going to, here and there, just let that settle. Alright, that's that. As it gets closer to us here, we could pull some snow across it like this, for instance. It's going to be tricky to do this side. Just like that. And I'll sit back again, have a quick look at this, and that's not too bad now at all. What about a figure of somebody walking off into the distance? What do you think about that idea? Because it would bring a nice bit of life into the painting, I think, wouldn't it? What do we think about that? I think we will we? Come on, let's do that. Now, what colours do we use? That's the question. Do we go really bright, or do we go something dark? And that now is a very tricky question, I think. I'm just adding a little touch more snow to the handrail. Okay. And there's another one comes along underneath there. which I should try and get in. There, that's fine. An outline of somebody walking. Let's just go for, maybe try a black, and then we can put a highlight on the person. Okay? So again, a carrot. Remember, it's just the shape of a carrot. That's all. With a little head. There we go. And let's give it some highlight. Let's put some. What about some Naples yellow and white? In fact, let's put a touch of pink on this person. Yes? Come on, why not? We put a little hat on this person, and then again a nice strong shadow. Now I will let this dry and probably touch up bits here and there, okay? But in general I would pretty much call this a finished painting. Now I don't have a frame for this yet. I will by next week, and I will frame them all, line them up against the wall, and show you then what we have completed. Yes? How does that sound? And I'll take you with me as we go hanging our paintings. Oh, there's one thing I forgot. We have to sign, don't we? Let's get some black, and let's come over here and let's sign this. Who knows, perhaps someday this will be a famous signature. Not right? Ain't that right? And a little bird up in the sky, going off into the sunset. Like so. And that is, I would say, finished. I might brighten the bridge again later. I might just add a little more white to the bridge and finish a couple of more details along here. In fact, we could do it now, if you like. A couple of details, look. Just adding a touch of shadow to some of those. But I do like to keep it simple. So just, you know, try not to overdo it. Because sometimes that can spoil the painting, can't it? There. Let's just leave it, it's fine. And now I'm going to zoom in for you. And we'll have a look. So there's our sky. Nice warm trees off in the distance. We came across and we put in some nice tall trees. Then we came down and we created some nice mist, didn't we? And some nice shadows on that bridge. And yeah, there we go. And a nice person off in the distance, walking away. So there. Are we happy with that? Yeah, I think that's a success. As I said, I'll probably just tip away with this now just for one or two little bits. This bulb is very yellow, so I look like I'm yellow right now at the moment. I apologise for that. I will fix it. That was a success, I would say. That will look very nice now when it's framed, and hopefully we get a buyer for this one as well. So until next time, Oh yeah, if you want any of these brushes, these green stubby brushes, okay, just email me at stephenconway12@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for your support, especially to all of you on Patreon. If you want to support me in any way at all, head off over to Patreon and you can support me there. You can just donate a very small amount every month and you can get lots of free tutorials there as well. It's just a way for you to support me if you like. Everything helps, doesn't it? So thank you very, very much for joining me this week. Next week, I might do one more small painting for this exhibition. Perhaps a building or something. Black and white, maybe with a splash of red somewhere, something like that. I have a couple of ideas, so when that's finished then it'll be normal business as usual. So I have a big list of requests to get through. A lot of you requesting different types of scenes. So when I finish all of these ones out for this exhibition, I'll crack on them with all those requests, alright? I'll do it as quick as I can. So listen, go and get some paints, get some brushes, get your canvas, and don't be afraid to take a little bit of risk. Just get a brush and put it on there, alright? Don't worry if you make a mess of it, it's only paint. Just have a bit of fun, okay? Go on, I'll see you later. Thank you very much for watching.